Part 2 of energy transfer in electrical systems. Here's the explanation. Let's just read it again. It was in the previous one. If a current flows through a conductor, a magnetic field is induced around the conductor. When no current flows, the compass needle returns to the north-south direction. If the direction of the current changes, the direction of magnetic field also changes. And that's just the same thing in Afrikaans. Some examples of the application of the magnetic effect are electromagnets, speakers, electric drills, vacuum cleaners, and electric doorbells. How do you change an electromagnet into a stronger magnet? You connect more cells in series in the circuit to make it stronger. You place an iron nail in the coil, you put more turns around the nail, and you use a steel nail instead of an iron nail. What are the chemical effects? An electrical current can cause a chemical reaction. The decomposition of a chemical compound by means of electric current is called electrolysis. How do you say that? Electrolysis? Electrolysis. The solution in which electricity is conducted is called an electrolyte. An anode is an electrode connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and the cathode is the electrode. Electrolysis can be used to break up water into hydrogen and oxygen, or break up copper chloride solutions. So here's a practical investigation. The aim is to investigate the effect of an electric current on the copper chloride solution. So number 1, what is the original color of the copper chloride solution? I don't think these will be in the exams. I would suggest that you read through this. Sometimes teachers use random things in these to ask questions. Like, what is the electrode, and to what side is the electrode connected of the battery, and you can say the positive pole. So here I can suggest the cathode. To what side of the battery is that connected? To the negative pole. So here we will say, what is the function of the copper chloride solution in this investigation? It's the electrolyte. So she will say, in the instance where you have a copper chloride solution, what will that symbolize, or what is it used for? And you can use the electrolyte. Also, this is an important question. Electricity causes copper and chloride to decompose into two different components, which are those are copper and chlorine. And what is the process called for the above mentioned process? And that is called electrolysis. So the conclusion here is an electric current has a chemical effect, and the copper chloride solution is decomposed into copper and chlorine. Therefore, electrical energy is changed into chemical energy. Very interesting. Okay, here we have exercise 18. Number 1. Why is an electromagnet a temporary magnet? It only has magnetic properties while the current flows. So it's temporary. When you put a current off, no more magnet. Name 2 ways to increase the strength of the electromagnet. 1, you can connect more cells in series to make it stronger, or you can put more turns around the nail, so use a longer conductor. Number 3, complete the following flow in the diagram. So the teacher will probably give you this effect of an electrical current. It has 3 different effects, and then you will just put in the name. So it has how many effects? There are 3 different effects for electrical current. What are they? A magnetic effect, heat effect, and chemical effect. Number 4. Which effect of electrical circuit is illustrated in each of the following pictures? A is a kettle. That would be a heating effect. B is our speakers. That would be the magnetic effect. C is electrolysis thingy. Example. And that is chemical effect. Yes, we just read a whole study about it. Number D, an heater. Yes, heat effect. And vacuum, the magnetic effect. Number 5, give the term or the word for the following descriptions, and just cover this with your hands, and then you just listen to these. One word for a negative electrode. That's a cathode. Now 5.2, the solution that conducts electricity. The electrolyte. 5.3, what is the positive electrode? The anode. 5.4, process whereby materials are broken down by electricity. The electrolyses. Here are some multiple choice questions. So there are 4 possible answers are given for the following questions. Each question has only 1 correct answer. Choose the correct answer and mark the applicable letter with a cross. So number 1. The diagram below shows an experiment to test a certain property of liquids. Which property of the liquid is being tested? So look at this picture. What is being tested here? So this is A, density, B, magnetic attraction, C, conductivity, or D, freezing point. Yeah, conductivity, because water is also a conductor. So electricity will flow through the water into the other wire, and that's how the whole process is connected. So when you take this out, then it will be an open switch, and if you put it back, the electricity will flow again. 1.2. Which sequence of energy transformations occurs after the battery-operated flashlight is turned on? A. Electrical becomes light, becomes chemical. Or B. Electrical becomes chemical and then becomes light. Or C. Chemical becomes light and then electrical. Or D. Chemical becomes electrical and then light. Yes, D. Chemical becomes electrical and then light, because a battery is chemical and that made electricity, and electricity makes the light. 1.3. Which of the following illustrates the conversion of electrical energy to heat energy? Is it A, 1, 2, 3, and 4, or B, 1, 3, and 4, or C, 2, 3, and 4, or D, 1, 2, and 4? It would be D, 1, 2, and 4. These are all heating thingies. Number 4. The diagram below is simple representation of power. So answer the questions. The energy forms represented by A, B, C, D, and E respectively are A, light, chemical, kinetic, heat, and electrical. Or B, heat, light, kinetic, chemical, and electrical. C, chemical, heat, kinetic, electrical, or light. Or D, heat, chemical, kinetic, electrical, and light. So if you look at the picture here, this would be chemical, and that becomes heat when it's heated. Then it moves to kinetic, then it becomes electric, and then it becomes light. So chemical, that heats, heat, kinetic, electrical, and then light. Number 5, a photocell absorbs da-da-da and delivers da-da-da. A photocell absorbs sound and delivers heat. Or a photocell absorbs light and delivers heat, electric energy. C, a photocell absorbs electric power and delivers light. Or D, a photocell absorbs heat and delivers sound. It is B, a photocell absorbs light and then delivers electric energy. Give one word for the following descriptions. A continual flow of charge is a current, it's current electricity. Number 2, a circuit component that resists the flow of charge. It's called a resistor. Number 3, safety devices that reduce the risk of using electricity. They are called fuses. Just say a fuse. Contextual questions. Redraw the electric circuit which is given below by making use of the correct symbols for each of the following. So here we have, it's confusing, right? So here we have the cells. They're not connected in series, but like that. So here we have the cells, 1 battery, 2 batteries. Then it goes through the ammeter, and then it splits here to the light bulb and to the voltage meter, and it connects here, same wire. Then we go to the switch, and then back to the batteries. So battery cells, ammeter, split there's a split. It goes to the voltage meter and then to the light bulb, and it comes together again, and then it goes to the switch there. Okay. Number 2, complete the following table. This is a cell. The component, this one. The symbol, there. So for this, it will be best if you have a pen and paper ready. Ammeter. And what the symbol for that is this little circle with an A. 1.4, light bulb. And the symbol for that would be this little crossy in the circle. And 1.6 is called a resistor. And the symbol is that. And this is a open switch, and it has this symbol. Number 3, say which effect of electrical current is shown in each of the following. A kettle, the loudspeaker, electrolytic cell, a stove, a drill, a Hoffman voltmeter, an iron, or a vacuum cleaner. This has the heating effect, magnetic effect, chemical effect, heating effect, magnetic effect, chemical effect, heating effect,